I'm gonna get the texture for the middle of my flower. I said I'm gonna use this one right here. All right. I'm gonna call this middle. Okay. Now, since I've already grouped all this, when I select this, all of those are gonna be asked. I'm gonna highlight. Okay. I'm gonna drag this over here. It's gonna ask me, do I want it to go to assign to an object or to the selection? Well, I want my entire selection to be assigned a material. So I click on selection, I click OK, and then I'm going to click my show material or show shaded material in viewport. All right. When I do that, I have my pink flowers there. All right. Now I'm going to click on this middle piece. I'm going to click on the middle of my flower. I'm going to drag this over here, show my shaded material in viewport. Boom. And there's my flower. Okay. Now I need to draw a stem. And I know that the stem is going to be green. So I'm going to go ahead and make this green texture right here. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to call this stem. I'm going down here to my ambient feature. And I'm going to choose something green for my stem. Okay. Now, time to create the stem. I'm going to make the stem out of a tube. All right. I'm going to go right here. I'm going to do on my top view. And I'm going to draw a tube. All right. So if you look, my tube is really not in a good place for a flower. Okay. From the top view. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tube from right here. I'm going to rotate it. Rotate it 90 degrees. You look down here to make sure that it says 90 degrees. And then I'm going to move it so that it's right up against my flower. Okay. Now, it's kind of a thick stem. So I'm going to modify. And I'm going to make that stem a lot thinner. Okay. Let's make a real thin stem. Okay. And I'll bring my materials window up and go ahead and put this green on my stem. Okay. So if you see, that's what my flower looks like right now. All right. But it just can't sit up straight like that. So we need to manipulate that stem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that stem. I'll go to the modifier list. And there's a modifier called bend. And if I click on bend, it's going to ask me how I want this stem to bend. And I want to bend it down. All right. Now you see how that bends? It looks kind of rigid in there. Okay. The way I could change that is I click on tube and I change the number of segments that I have. All right. And that's going to make it smoother right there. So there's my flower.